Yes, good evening, everyone. Hello, and how are you doing? Got a little company with me today. Got my little buddy Nico with me today. And I want to discuss a couple of things. I told you I'm making YouTube pages. My name is Minister Reverend Michael D. Emanuel. And the reason I'm making this YouTube page in particular, excuse me for moving around, I got to get used to doing this and doing some things beforehand, which is turning down the volume on the TV, things of that nature. But I want to discuss something that's just going on right now. And the thing is that this country has just overturned Roe versus Wade. And I think we need to look at what the dangers that presents towards denying women the freedom of making their own choice, because every woman doesn't participate in sex willingly. Some women are raped. Some women are molested. Different things are done to women. And you're telling these women that they're going to have a harder time getting rid of a child that they not be mentally stable enough to carry because of what happened to them in life. That I don't think is fair, one. Number two, people may not know this, but statistically, 60% of the abortions occur in this country every year are done first by Caucasian women. So that means that's cutting into the population. Now, I know this planet does have a population problem. When I say problem, I mean we're overpopulated. You have too many people. But the people we have too many of, they're not concerned about. They're concerned about the people they don't have enough of. By this time, I would suspect that white people are beginning to be numbered by the colored people. And when I say colored, I don't just mean black. I mean colored because all types of people are making children nowadays, whether it be black and white, black and Hispanic, black and Latino, black and Asian, white and white, white and Asian, whatever the case may be. However, there's one thing that other women in this country don't have that our women do. And what I mean by our women, I say black women. Black women. Black women have the ability to give birth to every race of child on this planet. It's a known fact. Look it up on Google. Google it if you don't believe me. Everything I'm saying is Google. If you're able to look up on Google. I will never tell you any information that's a made-up fact. I don't believe in made-up facts. Made-up facts are just like lies to me. So anything I tell you specifically is information I have obtained, read through myself, and I'm informing you because I interpret that it's just not right. So now there's a man by the Dearth, Miss Jane Elliot talks about Ben Dearth. Ben Dearth book. Everybody like to write books, right? What's wrong with writing a book, Rev? Well, there's power in words. So you have to watch the words you say, because there's a lot of power in the words you say. A lot of power that you put into these words. And when you put these things in these words and into power, you put them and you allow them to be taken and misused and used in a way that is detrimental to society. And that's what's I believe is going to be done now, because this is just the beginning. Trust me, this is just the beginning. If they overturn Roe v. Wade, we need to wonder what else they're going to start taking from us. Whether or not black people might be in shackles again one day. Y'all think it's a joke. Trust me, it's not a joke. If they can try to stop us still from voting, we're in the year 2022. I'm 51 years old. My mother was born on a sharecropping farm. My grandmother was born on a sharecropping farm. My great-grandmother was born a slave. This is in my life. This is within my lifetime, So it's a very serious thing that we need to take and pay attention to. Now, the birth dearth effect. which states basically that it speaks about Caucasian people being outnumbered in this country by a certain year. And what could they do to possibly stop this from happening? Well, the man suggested several. One of the things he suggested was simply pay women to have babies. If you pay Caucasian women to have babies, will other women want to be paid to have babies too? In Europe, they pay Caucasian women to have babies. Google it. Google it. They pay women to have babies. Gotta propagate the race. It's okay if the race is white, all right, if it's. And when I say the planet is overpopulated, it's not that there's not enough space on the planet. Are we willing to build, and where are we willing to put things that would be affordable for people in order for them to move to? Because it takes money to invest in those kind of things. And if the country's not willing to invest, then why would they? They got us right where they want us, which is on the bottom. Okay? The birth dearth states basically that white people, white men in particular, will be outnumbered by a certain year. So with that being said, you could either pay the women to have, right? I don't think that would be a good plan. And then they say 60% of the population that's being aborted is Caucasian. Okay, little population being aborted is by white people or Caucasian women. So think about that. What did they just do? They just repealed Roe v. Wade, making it harder for women to get abortions, saying it's going to be up to this prospective state that you live in. So if it's harder for you to have a child, you have a child now, instead of wanting to have an abortion, you have to actually carry the child a full term, give birth to the child. And once you give birth to the child, right? Once you give birth to the child, then, right, have to give the child up for adoption, which probably for a woman is one of the hardest things to do. I don't know. I'm not a woman. I can't imagine that having to do that. But I imagine this, that I would not want to do that. So I'm just trying to tie things in together, guys, and I'm trying to get us to think on a different spectrum. Think about that. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Not only if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Feel free to make any comments. Maybe you think that I'm ridiculous, that I'm trying to put two and two together that doesn't make sense. I ask that you would do this. If you have something that you need to say and that you're disagreeing with me, just do it in a respectful manner. My content is not meant to disrespect anybody. It's just meant to be truthful, to tell the truth. It's from my perspective, which may not be your perspective. But the same way I have to respect your perspective, I ask that you respect mine. So until then, me and my little buddy Nico, my new buddy, because we had Duke and Duke passed away. But we got Nico now, and me and Nico are about to get ready to go ahead and get ready for it, right, Nick? So he's a little shy, but he's gonna get used to doing the videos too. Cause I think I'm gonna put him in TikTok in the videos. We got a cat too. His name is TikTok. Put both of them in the videos too. I love you guys. Pray that you love me in exchange. And I shall talk with you soon. This is a long video. I gotta figure out how to tone things down a little bit, or get more directly to the point, which means I'm probably gonna have to start writing a script. I thank you, and I love you. Bye bye.